And if you don't know, I've got an ongoing, it's not even a rivalry anymore. I've got an ongoing skirmish between myself and Apple. It's just this constant feud. Actually, you know what? It's a bad relationship. I'm in a toxic relationship with Apple. And the last update, I guess, was instead of buying an Apple Watch, I bought a Garmin. And that was kind of my last strike against Apple. And that was only a couple of weeks ago. So Apple's probably a little bit salty with me at the moment. But I do what everyone does at Apple. I like their software. I hate the prices. I hate the prices so much. And I'm just in their little web now. Like, oh, but if you get a MacBook, you need an iPhone because then you can AirDrop stuff. And that's a lot easier. And it is. It's great for my job. And I just keep arming and ahhing going like, oh my God, I should get another phone. No, I need an iPhone. Whatever. So I go, what are your iPhones? She's like, there's the 11 or the 11 Pro or the 11 Pro Max. Now, the 11 Pro Max, that's half an iPad in your pocket. Don't call that a phone. It's a tablet. It's this big. It was bigger than my head. Even my current iPhone, which is not the biggest one, by the way, is almost as big as my head. That's too big. Okay? I'm walking around with a freaking monitor in my pocket. And by the way, she didn't even try and upsell me. She knew. She just knew. I was like, so what's the difference between the 11 and the 11 Pro? And she goes, the 11 Pro has more vivid colors on the screen. And I was like, okay, I'm not 4. I don't need vivid colors. I'm not like, ooh, pink, right? I was like, yep, okay. And then she's like, and then the other one, the 11 Pro also has one more camera lens, like one more lens. It's a wide angle for when you're taking photos for your Instagram. She goes, it's more for people who are into photography. And I just go, right, but if you were into photography, you wouldn't be taking photos on an iPhone. And then she goes, correct. She didn't even try and sell it to me. She just goes, I agree. And I went, right, so there's no other difference. There's no same processing power. She's like, yep. And I was like, right, and it's $600 more. She goes, yes. I was like, for vivid colors and one more lens. This already has 2 lenses on it. To get the third lens, $600 more. She goes, yes. And I went, and what's the more popular phone? She goes, definitely just the base model, the 11. And I went, that's what I thought. And I go, just out of curiosity, why? She goes, she couldn't say it's a ripoff. Like she was just avoiding saying it's a ripoff. She goes, it's a much more reasonable price point. And I was like, yes, but the other one seems like a bit of a ripoff. And she goes, well, this one is more reasonable, yes. Because you didn't want to get fired. And that's fair enough. So yeah, I ended up getting an iPhone 11 and god damn, it's so big. And I didn't even know how to use it. Then it took me 5 hours to set it up. That's what they don't tell you. They go, iPhone 11, it does this and does that. It has this camera, it does this camera. Not one time on the box or in the store does it say, this will ruin your night trying to set it up. It doesn't say that at all. It should say when you buy it, by the way, you're going to need 2 Nurophens and a fucking 8-hour sleep after you try and set this up.